Hey, good morning. This is Kashif Mughal from Cash Data Consulting LLC. Today, we're going to continue our series on Google Business Profile for 2025. We want you to dominate the search engine ranking stuff next year. So, today, Cash, what are we going to do? Well, we are going to be really focusing on video 4, part 4, which is how to add services in Google Business Profile. This question comes up a lot from our students and clients. So before I jump into that, let's clarify something. What's the difference between services and products, right? So products, I don't know why I have a scissor right here. So this would be considered a product, right? A physical item that you can buy and sell. But as far as Google Business Profile is concerned, we have seen you can use them interchangeably. In fact, products have a lot better interface. You can add images, you can add a link, you can add call to action. So we'll talk about products in the next video. Make sure you check. Also, if you have any comments or questions, please put them below the video. One of our associates will get back to you, or maybe Cash will get back to you. Okay. So I have another article here that I just wanted to mention that this is good from, I like their name, Tinkerlytics. They're talking about basically Google My Business, which is the old name, but products versus services. So definitely go check that out. What are we going to do today? So the first thing you need to remember is business.google.com, right? That's how you get to your business listing. Now, one thing you may not realize, but Google actually will go ahead and scan your website. You know, they know everything about us. They will add, services to your listing automatically. And in order to do that, remember that you have to have proper categories. Um, because categories are tied to the services. So if you have multiple categories, which we definitely recommend, you're going to have multiple line of services under that category. So we're going to jump into this. We will start with one of our clients, which is Tyre Law Group out in LA. So if I go to maps, and let me see, I'm going to search for a state. There are state planning attorneys, Covina, which is out of so if I search for that, you get a sponsored couple of sponsored listings here, and then we have the law offices of Tony J. Tyre. So if I click on their listing, of course, great listing, a lot of reviews, but you'll notice that, and look, they've had, last month, they've had already almost 6,300 views just from the Google listing. Forget about the website. But anyway, you do not see the services here. So, what's going on here? Well, on the desktop, you do not see the services, but if I pulled up their mobile version, and here it is. So this is again the same listing. If I scroll down, you'll notice highlighted by this yellow circle. There you go. If you click on the services, this is what we see. Okay, advanced healthcare directive, state, state planning, and all of the jazz. So it's definitely there. And as you know, most people search on phones rather than desktop. I'm a little bit old school that way. So anyway, so we're gonna get into this listing, and we're going to basically see what's going on with the services. Okay, so if you go to business.google.com, we're gonna scroll down. I have a lot of clients that I'm managing. We're always looking for clients, so reach out to us if you're struggling with Google stuff. Here's there are two listings. One is in Temple City, one is in Covina. So I'm going to click on this one. If I go into how do you find services, right on the left, see where it says edit services. So you'll notice that a lot of them are pre-populated already. Okay. And so the first task for you is really go down the list and just make sure that there's no problematic listings here. In fact, I found some earlier last week. So here you go, tax, inheritance, tax returns. Well, inheritance is okay, but they definitely don't do the tax returns. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, and I'm going to delete the service. And it says, do you want to delete it? Yes. Because if there are services that you do not provide, get rid of them. Okay. Um, and like I said, property management, that's another one that Tony definitely does not do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the service. And now how did these services come about? They were automatically populated. Okay. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover. Let me go back to our PowerPoint. The next thing why you're really here is, you know, how do I add custom services? Okay, so I kind of jumped ahead already, but I showed you there's, like I said, predefined, and then there's custom services. So we'll continue. All right, what are we going to do next? Well, from LA, we're going to go to another part of town, which is estate planning near Sudbury. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to, it's 20 West Legal, but it's always fun to do a quick search. So I'm going to go here, search for that. And they're ranked very high. Exactly. So see, 20 West Legal, they're dominating that part. They're also dominating the search results. They're number one right there. Great company to work with. It's Erica. Hi, Erica. So how are we going to check their listing? Okay, so I'm going to click on the listing, and if you're logged into the right account, it should take you directly to that. Okay, and now services. In fact, you know what? Let me do it another way. I do apologize. I'm actually going to go back here, find them right here, 20 West Legal. Okay. So this one a little bit, they have services already, like I said, pre-populated, but now I'm going to go one step further. And when I was talking about category, this is what I mean by that. Okay. This is their primary category. Of course, you can see that a lot of them, they already have the listings. But another thing you should do is add relevant category. So what I did here is you'll notice that I added another category called law firm, and in here I added a couple of services already. But you need to add more services, correct? So because she does more than power of attorney and will writing, well, how do you do that? Okay, well, thanks to ChatGPT, there's the manual way you can add services manually, or you could do automation, which means you can use ChatGPT or another AI tool on how to add services. I'm definitely old school, as you guys know, but I'm feeling a little bit new today, so I'm going to use ChatGPT to do this. And for that one, I apologize, I'm jumping a little bit, but this is good for you. Um, how do you work with ChatGPT? Okay, well, I'm going to actually copy paste this one. It says, can you please provide bullet point list of estate planning services in Massachusetts? Okay, well, let's find out how this works. You log into ChatGPT. I was already testing this out. Now you're going to, and this is the free version. I'm not even paying for this. It says, can you please provide bullet point list of estate planning services in Massachusetts? Okay, you're going to run this thing. It's going to come up with a long list of stuff, which if I come back, I already did this. So if I go down, this is what it came about. Okay. ChatGPT came up with this list. I kind of cleaned it up. So one of the things you can do is you can literally come in here, right? Copy this list. And of course, the attorney has to be doing this. If they're not providing the service, don't add it. But I know that Erica does this. So I'm gonna copy this one. Okay, and I'm going to go back to her listing, and I'm going to add another one here under law firm, and I'm going to, and again, Google obviously suggests, category, sorry, services. I'm going to add a custom one. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to go ahead and save. So what did I do? I just added the actual service. Okay, it's a great idea to add essentially description of the services too. So again, if I go back to her listing, and if I scroll down to, where was it? Right here, power of attorney, right? Power of attorney is great, and you can add prices if you want. Some people say don't add a price. Some people do. It's really up to you. But this is the key part right here, right? In the service description, in our opinion, you should be adding some of your key terms. So if you're a plumber, add plumbing services. If you are in Dallas or Houston, add the word Houston. Plumbing services in Houston. That should be part of your description really everywhere. Your Google listing, your social media, your website. You've heard me say that a million times, correct? So what am I going to do next? Well, I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it, in fact, I had this already here. So if I go down and I'm going to say, where's my prompt? It says, can you provide brief description of power of attorney services? I mean, you can certainly get that from your website, but Why reinvent the wheel? Okay. So going back to ChatGPT, brief description. I mean, the tools are there, right? Tools are there. Might as well use them. Now it came up with a little bit longer description. The one it generated earlier, and ChatGPT is going to give you different results, as you know. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to, here you go. Okay. So this is the one that I came up with this. Boom. Isn't that great? I mean, it simplifies your life. It simplifies our life because we have to manage this for clients. So I'm going to put this in here. Now notice that it just cut us off a little bit, okay? And of course, I don't know why it did. Oh, California. So of course I'm not in California. I'm going to put Massachusetts, which of course I can never remember how to spell that. Let's try that. Maybe I got it right this time. Oops, it didn't like it. I will eventually understand that. Here you go. Okay, so that's it. No price, services, power of attorney. I'm going to go ahead and click save. This takes about a day or so to finish, and we're done. I mean, ideally, you want to be adding description to, because they show up like this. See where it says probate law, Sudbury, Massachusetts. It's nice to have a little bit of description if you can get to it. I know there's a million things you have to do, and if you don't have time, hire Team Cash. We would love to work with you. We are doing a special that I'll talk about in a minute, but that's how you do it. That's how you add services. And that easy. Um, Last promotion. We are based in Plano, Texas. We work with small businesses, really all kinds of medical practices, lawyers, services, accountants, you name it. And this month we're actually doing a 50% off any Google Business Profile services. So reach out to us and have a great day.